This year's Broadcaster of the Year is one of those people who makes others smile wherever they go. Born in 1953, Charles Henry Scandalous came into the world already making noise and adored by his parents Eleanor and George. Chuck grew up in Concord and graduated from Concord High School, but loved spending time on his grandfather's farm in Loudon. Chuck lived in Pennsylvania for a time before eventually settling back here in the good old Grant Estate. Chuck is loved by his children and grandchildren alike. Maybe we should have mentioned, Chuck is known to all of us as Konrad Kayne.
Oh, it's a beautiful day here at Guilford Old Home Day. Man, this is absolutely the best day. Weather's great, fireworks tonight, plenty of food. I'm going over the menu right now.
Konrad began his career in 1973 and has remained a staple of broadcasting in the Lakes region and New Hampshire ever since. He's worked at a variety of stations in and around New England, but he always returned to his home, the Lakes region. He's done it all: on-air, programming, promotions, marketing, and entertainment. I've only known him for a small part of his career, but I've been told that he still behaves like that 20-year-old rambunctious broadcaster from the beginning of his career.
Right, there you go. Thank you much, my friend. That was cool.
Konrad is very well known, not just for his time on the Hawk, but in radio in general. I've witnessed multiple times Hawk listeners coming up to him and say how they grew up listening to him on Big 101.5. 1370 WFEA or Oldies 99. It has been my privilege to work alongside you. We've had a lot of fun over these years. One of my favorite moments was when you and Guido and I were at Bike Timberfest, and a couple listeners came over and they were talking about how much they loved listening to you and Guido on the weekends, and they were just loving you. And then you, being the nice guy that you were, you pointed to me and said, "Oh, well, here's our program director, Zach." And she looked at me and said, "I don't know who you are." And immediately went back to talking to you, the begone program director. It's really incredible to watch and experience. He's one of the most well-known broadcasters in the Lakes region, if not New Hampshire.
Hey, Konrad, it was a blast being on air with you. Whether it was making Zach happy that he didn't have hair to rip out, losing signal at every live event we seem to do, or leaving the equipment in the sun long enough to make Dirk's hair grow a little bit whiter, or just sitting in the studio and listening to Sentimental Lady, it is an honor and a privilege to have shared the airwaves with you, and this is well deserved, my friend. Congratulations.
He's old school and comes into play radio 6 days a week. He's not voice-tracked. He's live, and we all know how that has become rare in our industry.
Oh, hello there. How are you?
Naturally, with his deep voice and stature, he is the perfect embodiment of Santa Claus. From November through the holidays, he does double duty as Konrad and portraying Santa all over the state. It comes in very handy during the Greater Lakes Region Children's Auction. It's incredible to watch the magic in kids' eyes when they meet Santa. Look who I have stopped by. I had a friend stop by. Last year, Santa made a special video for my 3-year-old son while I was there, just because, and it made his day.
And you keep track of those Matchbox cars. Don't forget to put them away when you're done playing with them so nobody steps on them.
Konrad is just that type of person. Caring, compassionate, community-driven, with a hint of sarcasm. Well, let's be honest, it's more than a hint. Currently using his pipes on 104.9 The Hawk and growing that beard just in time for Christmas. Hey, Konrad, congratulations. Well-deserved, well-earned Broadcaster of the Year for 2022. Congratulations, Konrad. You deserve this. Broadcaster, community member, father, grandfather, friend. He's an incredible person all around. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2022 Broadcaster of the Year, Konrad Kayne.